You have some customers that after you install an air conditioner or heat pump on their home, this is how they have to sleep because the heat pump or air conditioner is so noisy it keeps them up at night. Noise issues should be dealt with at time of install. Never install a unit directly below a window in an occupied space or close to a porch where the people are going to be sitting on a nice hot summer afternoon sipping some iced tea. They don't want to listen to their air conditioner run. So plan the location of the unit very carefully with noise in mind. Inverter technology is in just about every unit today, and so noise has become kind of a moot point in most installations. But there are still some homeowners that may find inverter noise just as objectionable as the older type Copeland scroll compressors or reciprocating compressors. So the placement of the unit outside is very important to alleviate the noise issue. A quick fix for a noisy outdoor unit is a compressor blanket. This can in most cases reduce the noise to an acceptable level that the homeowner will be able to live with. Most high-end units have compressor blankets already installed. In some cases, a second blanket can be installed, further reducing the noise level. Some techs question putting a second blanket on a compressor, as they fear it will raise the temperature of the compressor to a dangerous level. This is not much of a concern, as most compressors do not depend on air circulation to cool them, but rather on the cool suction gas returning to the compressor. Another major consideration for noise is how the line set is run into the home. If the line set will be run under floors, through ceilings, or through walls in the living space, care must be taken when securing the line set so noise is not transmitted into the living space. There are also some components of the refrigeration system that are designed to take noise out of the equation. In some applications, suction line mufflers are required by the equipment manufacturer to ensure that suction line noise is not transmitted into the living space. If a suction line muffler is required, follow the manufacturer's instructions, as they have done extensive testing to ensure the muffler is placed correctly to filter out any noise created in the suction line. Most units will have a discharge line muffler as a standard component. Recip and scroll compressors are known for discharge line pulsations, which can be objectionable to the homeowner when transmitted into the living space. Discharge line mufflers are designed to stop these pulsations from reaching the living space. Most major manufacturers have a type of application guideline and service manual which covers a lot of these issues on heat pumps and air conditioners. Let's look at a couple of the guidelines that they recommend when thinking about noise on a residential system. You will need to identify the type of noise that the homeowner is hearing. Is it a gurgling sound? It could be liquid floodback. Is your unit charged correctly? What's your superheat? Is the refrigeration cycle working correctly? And then a rattling noise. Check all your piping. These units generally bounce across the country on a semi-truck before you get them to install them. A number of years ago, I had a job where a homeowner was complaining of a loud rattling noise coming from the outdoor unit. I was asked to come out and help resolve it. While the technician and the homeowner were talking inside, I saw the problem and fixed it. When they came outside and heard the unit was running just perfectly, they asked me what I had done. I said I simply removed the top fan, I bent the piping away from the compressor body, and now all is well. So the discharge line piping had bounced and moved up against the compressor and was rattling against the compressor body. So check all your piping if you have a rattling noise. And also you may want to shut off the outdoor fan to try to determine if the noise is coming from the compressor or if it's coming from the fan. Then do you have a straining noise, off-cycle refrigerant migration? Have you followed the manufacturer's recommendations for long line applications, such as a liquid line solenoid valve? And then you may have operational vibration, which we've been talking about previously, piping and structural penetration, maybe a mass damper kit, which is a large piece of rubber that can be put around the piping to absorb some of the vibration. And there's also split post grommets, which are available to mount the compressor so that vibration from the compressor will not be transmitted into the cabinet. So these are some suggestions of the types of noise and some resolutions that you may find for these compressor noise issues. And then there are some other ideas that we have. We've talked about the high-pitched frequency, or the wah-wah sound, or the discharge line pulsations. The discharge muffler should take care of those. There could also be some internal thunking or thumping or grinding or rattling, which could be an internal compressor failure. There could be a whistle or a squealing noise during operation, which could be a partial blockage or a refrigerant charge issue. Compressors have an internal bypass, which could be opening, which could be the whistle. And then the squealing noise could also be bearings in the compressor that are failing. A whistle at shutdown. Equalization between high and low sides. Many inverter products today have a pressure equalization valve that equalizes the pressures between high and low side. Compressor hums but does not start. Could be voltage or amperage issues that hard start gear could take care of. And then there's the swooshing noise when the unit goes into defrost. A lot of manufacturers have what is called the quiet shift that shuts the compressor down when the reversing valve shifts, eliminating some of the noise for the defrost swoosh. So check with your manufacturer to see if something like this would be available for your heat pump.
Go to arefco.com for more videos. Like, subscribe, and check back every week for new videos.